Hello, my ghoulies. It is spooky month, the most terrifying month of the year, and we are talking about something very frightening today. Working the 9 to 5 offices and that incessant typing while Sandy is telling you how little Michaela got into the most prestigious preschool. It's all so horrifying, and let's be real, most people hate their job, especially if they work in an office with incessant typing and the damn clicking pen. And even before you get the job that you're gonna complain about for the rest of your life, many people can't even get jobs now.
If you're looking for a job right now and feeling discouraged, just know that I applied to 1,623 companies before I got my current job offer.
Well, that thing that a lot of people hate, influencers are doing, but pretend.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you? Would you like any sauce with that? Great, and would you like to have anything for dessert?
Okay, Trisha actually cracks me up when she does this, let's be real. She is cosplaying. She's using her daughter Malibu's play school cash register. The most offensive thing about this is when she broke out the chicken nuggets and started eating loudly. But influencers are trying to make everyone think they are doing a normal job just like you. Think of when Tyra Banks wanted to be homeless for a day just to see how it was.
I have to say that this is an issue that is very close to my own heart. About a year ago on my talk show, The Tyra Banks Show, I was homeless for a day.
And she took off all her makeup, took her wig off, put on a bandana, sat on the side of the street with all the other homeless people, and did a photo shoot. And then she stood right on up and said, all right, well, that sucks, you guys. I'm gonna head on over to my mansion and do another photo shoot, but this time I'm gonna look really hot as a homeless person. And she will pose for change. Well, Tyra posed for change so influencers can slam random keys for the aesthetics. An interview at a job at CVS.
I'm about to do my interview. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Yes.
You know, like all the poor people do, but for pretend and funsies. A cosplay, we shall say. The eating for girly, though, is not pretend. She made sure to keep that very real. And my ghoulies, I gotta yap about all of this.
Where my ghouls at? Hey, it's time for all of us to rise. We stayed in the crevices of the earth, but now it's time. There's no time to wait.
The Ace family, once one of the top family vloggers. Everybody loves them. Yep, you did. They love to profit off their kids. Austin McBroom, the father, he's the ex-college player that didn't go pro. We know that because he has to put a clip of him shooting a basketball in every single intro. And his wife, Catherine, loved to do fun little things like get a job for a day.
I never got the opportunity to work a 9 to 5 because after college, we started creating videos.
They were never poor and they never had to struggle, so they would like to just experience it and then pretend to get minimum wage because it seems so fun. I know, I loved it. Damn, I wish I could go back. So they got a job that they never got to do, working at a fast food restaurant.
I personally want to take orders. I think that's cool. Like, I want to do that.
I want to be cooking without there flipping the chicken. And Ace family, to make it legit, we have to wear work attire.
Yes, Austin, because that's what you do in a job. You can't just walk into McDonald's on the clock wearing a checkered print blazer. You will get written up by your 16-year-old manager. Anyway, even though he was very excited to wear a uniform, he was also confused about the concept of wearing that uniform because once he got there, he had to be reminded that he needs to wear appropriate clothes in the kitchen.
As a health code, you need to have a hat on in the kitchen and your apron on.
Really?
Yeah.
Anywho, that couple broke up publicly. Catherine got remarried and Austin cried about it on his podcast. And now he's getting a job at CVS for fun.
As I took initiative and I started applying the CVS job. And so the good news is that I got accepted to do a job interview there today, like in the next hour. So I gotta hurry up, get ready, put my work clothes on. I'm gonna show you guys my work clothes. Hopefully you guys approve.
No one did because he wore those things on his feet and we could see his weird little toes.
These are the Moses 11s.
So he didn't like the first outfit. He changed it into one with a tie that was definitely not too long at all. And he definitely didn't know it was too long and put it on because his audience is probably 5 and they think he looks funny.
I think that this fits me better.
But according to him, he was ready for his new job to work at CVS.
Boom, I walk in, I got the job.
And boy, was this man excited to work a job where none of the employees look happy to work. Whenever I go to CVS, it looks like a bunch of Squidwards working there. Let's be real, they're probably tired of answering the question as to why the damn CVS receipts are so freaking long.
I'm about to do my interview. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Yes.
This man was ready to get paid about 1% of what he makes from a video of him crying on camera that his wife left him.
Yes, I need this, guys. I need this.
But Austin didn't want to just start working there from the bottom. He wanted to start at the top.
Top dog, manager.
Look, Austin, didn't he just say about 30 seconds ago?
And, you know, this could be my first job, guys. I'll be honest, I've never had a job before.
Okay, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. Skip the whole working up part and go right to manage everybody else, because subscribers or public crash outs shows that you can manage a CVS. I'm not sure, but it makes sense that a man that never worked a typical day in his life would think like this. A guy that gets views doing this shit.
Ow! That shit really hurts. Oh my god. Ow! Oh my god. Take this shit off right now, Big Z. Oh, ow!
I definitely expect him to think that he could walk into CVS with some Jesus sandals and his toes hanging out and become a manager for a day.
It's a tough situation. I'm currently living in an RV. And so, like, right now the bills just keep stacking on me. And so I know that if I get this job, I can skip the rankings and go to regular to manager. And all my bills will be paid.
He didn't get the job, but he did get paid posting the video, probably more than what every single CVS employee gets a year. Amberlynn, the self-proclaimed queen of I'll do anything for views except lose weight. You know, I will gain a couple 100 pounds. I will quit my diet every Tuesday.
I actually am a dietitian.
Girly, whatever you say. This is the girl that will rage quit her own channel for at least 4 times a year, only to come back bigger than ever.
I ended up gaining 30 pounds in 3 weeks.
Well, a month ago, she would take another Amberlynn break.
I'm going to be taking a break from social media.
Only to come back to cosplay as someone who has a corporate job. Yeah, she was not great at it. It was like a word per minute here, very low. But you know what would speed her up? Her Starbucks frappe at 8 a.m. She slurped it down and it gave her the power that she needed to be a working girl. She ordered DoorDash. Hey, okay, come on. It's the fastest I've ever seen her move. She was going really quick. That's her thing, guys. She orders a lot of food.
We have another mukbang
all the time.
I saw something.
Anyway, I don't think she's typing words because she's literally not typing words, and definitely overusing the space bar. And she also added in the typing sound effects as her mouth is in a permanent upside down U. She's trying to make herself look miserable like the people that work in office. It's part of the cosplay.
I have people skills. I am good at dealing with people. Can't you understand that?
Look bored.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
And she's doing it. She's drinking the coffee and she's doing it. Well, everyone else didn't think that she was typing either, to the point that she had to talk about it on her channel and say that you guys are being so silly. Of course I'm typing.
I actually live for the memes. I am genuinely not gonna lie about it. I live for the memes of people thinking I'm not typing.
Well, then why isn't your keyboard plugged in?
I'm like, because it's wireless.
Okay, then why doesn't the light turn on your light up keyboard as you type?
Genuinely because I turned it off.
Okay, can you explain the typing then?
I do, and I type fast apparently, because people are like, oh my god, that's gibberish, like her fake typing. I'm like, no.
Okay, you know what? Can we get up close and personal? Zoom into those little thick fingers. N space G space U space V D space. Girl, maybe I need to go back to school. I don't know. But Amber, what kind of word is that? I know she's younger than me, so somebody tell me, my youngie people. I have mostly millennials here, but I know I have the Gen Z girlies and boysies. What lingo is that? Amber, you're making me feel very old.
But yeah, I'm very much employed.
Yeah, she never answered my question, but at least she's cosplaying like a 9 to 5 and not doing her normal eating videos, thus reducing her calories. Oh. Well, okay, never mind. This just in. She is still eating through those videos. So without further ado, here is a realistic workday with an influencer cosplaying as someone with a corporate job. Full day of eating, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. What kind of corporate job makes you work from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.? Somebody needs to write an email about that. I think that's illegal. Frappe at 8 a.m., water in between. At 10 a.m., she's got some corned beef, hash, and eggs. Then she types some more while her cat is on her boobs.
I love you, baby.
And she changed out of that shirt, and her cat is still sequestered in her boobs. 12:15, a tuna bowl. Well, right there, that's pretty good you're not in the office. Everybody absolutely hates the coworker that has to bring in fish. It is the nastiest thing, and I worked at a gym with bodybuilders who ate fish. So I have no clue what Amber did for about 7 hours, but by 5 p.m., she ingested a whole seafood boil and then chased it with a Butterfingers. And that is what a real workday looks like. Looks just like your day, huh? I think the thing that really proves, the thing that really sells to me that she totally has a job and isn't sitting at her desk for about 3 minutes to film a video and eat a crab boil at the end of it for the views, is that she labels her video with work so that we know that she's definitely working because it says it on the screen. And if that's not enough proof for you, she has the most mundane, depressed Squidward face on, like the fish from SpongeBob.
Coming to bed, honey? Yes, dear.
And that's how you know it's real, because she looks like she's dying inside, and that's pretty much how everybody looks at an office job. 10 out of 10 cosplay Amber.
But yeah, I'm very much employed.
Since we're on the topic of boring and being bored in office, another influencer who would go completely viral for looking bored while working was Hubslife, aka Connor. So Connor was just a guy that went to work. A guy with just a 9-to-5 job, a senior analyst. A guy that would slide his laptop into his backpack, zip it up slowly, and head to work at 8 a.m. He would head up to his office floor in the elevator. He would get to his cubicle, turn on the lights, set down his backpack, open his laptop, dust it off, and start working and say absolutely nothing. And then he would head home. And people absolutely loved it. I'm not sure if it was because it was super relatable, maybe relaxing to watch someone sit at a computer, or the way that he slowly slid his laptop into his backpack in every single video. Ugh! I don't know if that was supposed to be a sexual thing, but I did take it that way, Connor. But this was pretty much every single video, and he would rack up around 1 million followers. People love to watch a guy just go to work and look very sad doing it. I think he made people comfortable with having a basic job, you know, a simple life, and he did this by putting it on screen with very sad music. I'm sorry social media lied to you. You don't need to be a millionaire by 30. You don't need to travel the world in a van. It's okay to work a normal job. You are doing just fine. He really prioritized, loved, and seemed to be extremely happy with his very simple life. Pretty much would wake up, eat breakfast, say bye to his wife and child, and go to work and come back home to his wife and child. And then do it all again the next day. And he really wanted his watchers to know that the simple life is really all you needed to be happy. Until we got this video. My last day at my 9-to-5, and he slid his laptop into his backpack one last time and head out the door. With this initial post, people thought that he lost his job. You know, they were like, oh my God, what is the 9-to-5 guy on TikTok gonna do if he doesn't have a 9-to-5 job? People were really worried, and it didn't help that the caption said things like this: I've been struggling for a while. So many people are like, dang, what's going on? Are you okay?
Imagine working a full-time job, filming that full-time job, editing and posting a video of that job every day for 700 plus days, and becoming a new dad on top of that. You start to show up less in the facets of life, and you start going through the motions of everything you do. You start forgetting why you started this in the first place.
So many people thought that, oh my God, is he losing his job? Is he getting fired because he posted about his job and you're not supposed to do that? And other people were saying, oh, he probably has the post-baby daddy blues. You know, he might be very overwhelmed, lack of sleep. Oh my gosh, I have this new baby that I have to care for, and I only have a 9-to-5 where I don't get paid very much. And then he finally revealed what was going on, and he was becoming a full-time content creator. Woo! Woo! Gonna create content at home as the 9-to-5 guy. Yeah, it didn't make sense. People were really pissed about this. So pissed they turned off the comments to his video. People didn't understand how the 9-to-5 office guy was now going to be the 9-to-5 guy at home. What is he gonna do? I'll tell you what he's gonna do. He's gonna go live almost every day and beg the bros that follow him for some money, or shall I say, for some galaxies.
You gotta send a galaxy, bro. I gotta get a galaxy, guys. If I send me something, man. It's how I make it a living.
Come on, bros. He's trying to make a living. Well, people said you already were making a living. Connor. You had a 9 to 5. You had the life that we all wanted. The life that you told us that was okay to live. The life that you said was good.
Sam, where's the galaxy, bro? I'll answer like 10 questions if you send a galaxy.
While he was begging Sam for a galaxy, I was like, how much is a galaxy? And I looked it up. It's about $15 on TikTok. But then TikTok takes half of that, so it becomes around $7 to $8 for creators. So you know what? I can see why he needs Sam to send him that galaxy.
You gotta send me a galaxy or something. This is a lot more lucrative and I get to work from anywhere in the world.
So now that he's not doing the whole 9 to 5 guy thing, what is he doing? Well, he's still the 9 to 5 guy, but he's a 9 to 5 influencer. He still slides his laptop nice and slow into the backpack, but instead of getting in his car and driving to work and getting on the elevator and going to his little cubicle, he scoots on through the streets of wherever he lives and slides right over to a park bench in the middle of absolutely nowhere to edit his videos. Yeah, the comments are turned off on that one too. But I saw this trending. I kept scrolling past it. I was like, he was just such a basic guy in an office. It didn't register as to why it was blowing up until it kept coming up. And I'm like, why are people mad? And I said, oh, he left his job to be a influencer? I get that it's ironic because he's the 9 to 5 guy, but come on. I feel like so many of the people that were legit angry at this guy would do the same thing too, right? Those people would love to get out of an office job or any job. Are you serious? When I started YouTube full time, you know, all that time in the gym, all that time training people, absolutely no injuries. Me sitting at a desk, editing, herniated disc, pinched a nerve within a month. So Connor's story is kind of like the reverse of the other influencers who really want to pretend to have a low paid job.
Hi, welcome. Yeah, we're a little slow right now. What can I get you here at Starbucks?
But now he's cosplaying as still a 9 to 5 guy, and people think it's very weird. The evolution of Connor, you know, or hub life, is actually kind of funny. He went from sad boy office guy to happy boy 9 to 5 guy with a mustache and a GoPro on top of his hat. You know what? The biggest transformation is that he talks. I didn't think that he would talk in his videos like he did in his sad boy office job vlog. He talks a lot now. This man won't shut up.
Day 5, baby. Happy Sunday. Let's do a day in the life from my POV.
He's a little chatterbox, especially in the morning.
Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday morning, about 6:30 in the morning right now. Talking kind of quiet because little man's still asleep, but we are on day 5 of Sober October. We're feeling really good. Saturday was great. Today we're going to the Elmo show with little man. I'm really excited. Here's a recap of my evening last night, Saturday night in. It's very chill. Didn't do anything, relax with the wife, so hope you guys have a great day and a great week.
He also does this new thing in the mirror that I kind of like. You know, a little visual affirmation like, who's the 9 to 5 guy? Not me, I'm the 9 to 5 influencer guy now. You know what, I can see people getting angry at this guy because he was the 9 to 5 guy. He made everybody feel that they were doing something important, you know, working a typical job, and then he went and became an influencer. The scum of the world. Also told people that you don't need to travel, and he's definitely traveling a lot more now and vlogging about it.
I used to pray for times like this.
Y'all, I'm guessing he got those galaxies because not this man who said you don't need to travel and loves sitting at a desk is now doing travel vlogs in Spain.
It's 5 p.m. in Malacca, Spain, and this is how I spend my first night on the island.
And then he shows us shots of the hotel room. He's jumping in the pool. He's showing off his new fit. He's got the shot of the watch. Like the podcast bros.
Golden hour hits different here.
And lastly, he takes a nice swig of wine. The sweet, sweet taste of galaxies. So the discussion and the discourse came up about people working a normal job and then they always want to get out of that normal job. They hate, many people hate their job. They're constantly trying to find ways to claw themselves out of that normal workforce that I really think kills people's backs and makes them all hunched over like little goblins. And then once a person actually gets out of that workforce or they make it, you know, I see this a lot with like small influencers. You're a small influencer and then you blow up and then all of a sudden people get very, very angry at you when you reach the 1 million mark. I didn't really get that, but I see people talking about that. You guys seemed pretty happy for me. But I do see a lot of people saying once people make it, then people start to hate you. Like if you told your family that your goal is to be an influencer, they would say what? They wouldn't like think highly of you. I know when I told people that when I started posting videos, people were like, this is stupid. And then those same people now are trying to be social media influencers, clawing their way out of their 9 to 5 job. So I need you guys to tell me, come here, get real close. I have a question. I need you guys to tell me if you could wake up in the morning, film a few little TikToks of you scootering down the street and typing for a little bit. But you still had your job where your coworker would bring in tuna every fucking day. You know, the typing, the pin clicking that won't freaking stop. Would you stay? Or would you just say, I'm gonna leave and pursue this thing that's making me the same amount of money or more, and I get to stay at home and not put on a bra? Or would you say, no, I have too much dignity. I'm gonna stay here and make more money for Bob, my boss. Galaxy's Connor though, that was very weird.
You gotta send a galaxy, bro.
I think he could have probably just left his job in a different way. He didn't have to be so dramatic. And the Galaxies was, once again, weird Connor. You guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to hang out a little bit longer, we just covered a bunch of influencers who told people, very similar to Connor, you are perfect the way you are. You don't need to get plastic surgery. Don't lose weight. Stay how you are right now. And guess what the first thing they started doing when they got the opportunity to change who they were while telling everyone else to love themselves? That one will be linked up here or linked down below in the description and the pinned comments. So come, let's hang out a little bit more, and don't forget to send those galaxies. Connor needs them. He's trying to support himself out here in the TikTok streets.
Tonight's the night we haunt in style.